We are now in the night shelter or night camping of about 150 Sudanese, mostly Sudanese refugees that were marching. It's been already the second day. Yesterday they left the what is called open detention facility, which is actually a jail, and they were marching first from the Negev to Be'er Sheva. Then they slept at the central bus station last night, and tonight they were this morning, sorry, they were marching all the day from Be'er Sheva until they came here to the Latrun area, and here they are now getting ready for a night's sleep. It was really exciting seeing them. Many of them came limping after a long journey, 2 days of marching, and many good people received them here, and just, you know, it was so beautiful to see the you know, just ordinary people, ordinary citizens, and also many activists that are coming and just bringing whatever they can, from food to cell phones to cigarettes to water to whatever they can, because everybody are so excited. And you know, well, maybe I didn't introduce the idea good enough. Those people are marching now to Jerusalem, to the Supreme Court, to protest against their being jailed. For some of them that I've been talking to were jailed for 2 years since they came to Israel without trial, just because they are asylum seekers that Israel is refusing to examine their applications, I mean, and they just, you know, they were just jailed. And a few months ago there was an apply to the Supreme Court demanding that Israel will release them because they cannot be jailed like that. And the Supreme Court was intervening, and since then Israeli government decided to turn it into you know, an open facility. During the day it is open and people can go out, but it's located very far in the desert, and then, you know, and they also have to be there again to I think you call it head counting 3 times a day. So that really makes it is open, but they cannot go too far because they always have to come back. And in the first day, the very first day that this facility became an open facility, those people, I mean, not all of them, all of them went out to Be'er Sheva for a few hours, but 150 of them decided not to come back and to march in a protest march, in a freedom march, all the way to Jerusalem. And this is what they are doing. This is what they have been doing for already 2 days. Tomorrow, if everything goes right, they're supposed to continue on the way to Jerusalem. I don't know if it's going to take them 1 more day or 2 more days, something in between. I think they can make it tomorrow. And another issue is that the immigration is here also. I mean, some immigration people are here also in this place. They're not intervening now, but some activists are estimating that tomorrow they won't let them go on, or maybe they will let them, but then on the way they might arrest them and take them back. We are here with them, many activists that came from many places. Some of them were marching today with them and helping them. And we'll try to make some interviews. Many of them don't speak English but Arabic. We'll try to find maybe someone who speaks English, and maybe we'll talk also to some of the activists. It's been very exciting to be here. Really, it's so impressive, you know, the spirit of the human being that is seeking for his freedom, and is not, you know, it's a civil disobedience. Simply saying, we're not playing this game. You want to call it an open detention center, call it open detention center, but we're not going to accept it. We demand our freedom. We didn't do anything wrong. You should behave like any other country that is examining the applications, and then, you know, if I'm an immigrant, treat me as an immigrant. But if I'm an asylum seeker or a refugee, then treat me as a refugee. You cannot jail me like that. All the time, you see, people are coming here with sorry, with good stuff, food, shoes, everything, just to make it a little bit easier or more bearable for them. When they just arrived here an hour ago, they were all so exhausted.
Come to the Prime Minister house and demand to talk with him and solve the whole thing.
Yeah, but he calls them Mistananim, infiltrators.
He even called himself a prime minister.
Yeah, that's right. That's a good one, but that's a good one. Yeah, that's a good one. He's calling himself a prime minister. Tamar, you want to say something maybe? Well, you are here. What made you come, or something else that you want to say?
Every human being.
We are with Barak.
Son of God.
Cohen.
Born to be free.
That's right.
There is no countries or states can hurt this very basic principle of life. It doesn't matter where are they from, it doesn't matter where are they will be free, and our effort is to make sure that principle will be safe.
Yeah, and Barak, I want to ask you something else, because you are a human rights activist. I mean, you're involved in many struggles, and you came here today because you feel that it's part of something bigger, no?
Yeah, I told you. Yeah. There is a principle of freedom.
Yeah.
Every person deserves this right. Yeah. We are not giving that right. They have this right. We're just here to promise that no one with force, with physical force, with laws will hurt this principle.
Okay.
We are not doing something. We're just ensuring that someone else will not hurt.
Yeah. Wow, that's a good one. Yeah.
And we hope that they will succeed. Their very basic and banal aspiration to be free people. No other demand.
What did you two feel when you heard about this march, about this freedom march that they started?
I feel that this is my place to be with them.
It feels also kind of civil disobedience, because they didn't want to play the game. Like, somebody decided that now there is a new game, Mitkan Patuach, open facility. Open detention facility, and they didn't want to play this game. And the first moment this jail was opened so they can go out, they went out and they say, we're not coming back, we're not playing this game.
What they threat them? To be in jail?
Yeah.
They are already in jail. So we need to have some courage.
Yeah.
The state ordered you something. They are very courage.
That's right. It is. Tamar, you want to add something? Thank you, Barak.
I just want to remind that there are a few hundreds of refugees still in the open facility that are on hunger strike now. Because not
they are in hunger strike.
Yes, they are on hunger strike since Friday. They're cooperating the Sudanese and Eritrean prisoners. And they're also protesting for their freedom, and not everyone had the physical and mental strength to start marching out to nowhere. They don't even know where they're going and when they're going to be arrested again and where they're going to be taken. So I just want to remind that there are many people that are doing courageous struggle now for their freedom and protesting for the right to be free, but it is also for the right to be accepted as refugees and to get the rights as refugees, because Israel is refusing to recognize these people as
Israel is denying from actually examining it like any other normal country.
Yes.
There are normal countries. Tamar, you walked with them today.
Yes.
Could you describe maybe a bit about the feelings? I mean, your feelings, and also if you talked with people. I mean, how do they refer to what they're doing?
I have somewhat of a language barrier. I don't speak Arabic, and most of the people here Arabic is their only language. So I did not have a chance to speak with many people. But with one that I spoke with, he looked very tired, and I asked him, "Are you tired?" And he said to me, "No." And so I asked if do you have the fire of freedom alight in your heart, and he says,
amazing.
you know, as he understood. So I think this is really this kind of very deep fuel that takes people out on their feet to do something like this. And the vibe was very quiet and very focused, determined today. But also I could see that people were physically weak. Many people were walking without shoes.
Many of them came here limping.
Yes, they're in poor physical condition. Most of these people have been in jail for the past 2 years in very poor conditions, without any knowledge of what's going to happen with them in the future, because the state keeps making promises and breaking them. Like they say they're going to be released soon, or that, and it never happens. And then when the big change comes, they find themselves in yet another jail. So the frustration came up to here. But
and maybe we should
was very quiet and very focused and determined. It seemed like they're just going to make it to where they're going to. My own feelings were I take part in many popular struggles, and I don't remember ever like feeling like this. It felt like birth of a very pure struggle for freedom. Combined with a humanitarian crisis, and usually these things happen separately. You have like humanitarian crisis, people are like in the crisis, or people going out to struggle, and they have like this. And here there was a mix of both, and my whole heart, soul, mind was just bubbling over. I don't have many words to describe the feeling. The image that came up in my mind was like actually the people of Israel marching in the desert for 40 years for their freedom. And as we were walking in the Negev, which is a special place in the land today, also because of the power struggle, you know, and how this connects us again to the land. So with them also I felt like part of the human race marching with freedom.
Yeah, it's quite amazing. I mean, when I saw them, you know, it brought tears into my eyes. They are so heroes.
Cried. We came out with the car. Gali that took us in her car, she started crying, and I had tears coming up. It's like I see people like breaking out crying.
The refugees convention in the UN that Israel is not only signed on this convention, it was one of its one of the pushers to establish this convention, or to and then according to this convention you cannot send back a refugee or an asylum seeker to a place of danger, like, you know, his country, the place he came from, until the danger is gone, and unless he's living from his free will. And what Israel is doing now inside the detention centers, you know, while these people are isolated and sometimes don't know what's going on outside, they don't know what are their rights, you know, many of them came after a lot of suffer, a long journey in the desert, and some traumas they passed through there. And once they're in the jail, they are being forced to sign, you know, they're putting a lot of pressure on them to sign, or to make them understand that it's either they're going to stay in the jail without being tried, without any date of releasing from jail, like it's going to last forever maybe, or you can sign that you're willing to go to a third country, not to your country, but let's say to another African country or another country. And then, you know, Israel is saying outside, look, people are we're filling aircrafts with refugees, or they don't call them refugees, but, you know, infiltrators that were from their free will wanting to go back. So this is what's been happening. This is part of the psychological pressure that is putting on these people, brave people, and I want to try to maybe speak to somebody, but I'll have to find someone who speaks English and is ready to speak with us. I'm not sure we're going to find one, but anyway, this is it. יש מצב, כן, אני מתכנן לחזור איתם.
יש לך עוד הרבה זמן?
לא, אני רוצה תוך כמה דקות. יש שם מישהו שמדבר אנגלית מהפליטים שנמצא?
כן, אבל
הוא לא מתלהב כל כך? אוקיי.
מה שכן, אפשר עם הפליטים שהגיעו מתל אביב, שאני עשיתי רעיון שזה היה יפה.
אוקיי, אני לא מזהה אבל מי זה מי. Oh, and I want to say something else. Yeah, I didn't mention there was a group of asylum seekers that came from Tel Aviv in solidarity with their brothers. It's so exciting. They came and brought food and cigarettes and some other stuff just to, you know, to help their brothers here, and it's so exciting, really. I'm trying to find some people to be interviewed. We'll see if we can get some. Let me maybe check outside for a second. Wait, I don't see here people. I mean, there are many people, but I don't want to disturb them, and most of them are not speaking English. תגיד, אתה יכולים לנסות להכיר מישהו שיסכים לדבר באנגלית? אפילו, כן, אני יודע. או אפילו אנשים שהגיעו לתל אביב.
אבל הם באו מתל אביב, זהו,
גם בסדר. גם אפשר. אני יכול, נכון, אני יכול לנסות. לא בטוח. אני לא מספיק מדבר דבר. We're trying to, כן, אני אמור לנסוע עם שוש, אבל אני לא רוצה להקליף אותה יותר מדי. אני רוצה לגמור איזה שני רעיונות ואז אני יכול לנסוע. אני לא רוצה להלחיץ אותם. Sorry for the Hebrew. Let me maybe speak a few words in Hebrew because I think there are also watchers from Israel and I was talking right now, I mean up to now only in English, so please be patient. היי חברים, אני קצת מדבר בעברית גם, אני משדר בעיקר היום לדף של Revolution News, שזה דף בינלאומי שצופים בו הרבה אנשים. הסיפור הזה הוא סיפור עולמי, הוא לא רק סיפור שלנו כאן בישראל, לכן אני משדר באנגלית כדי שזה יובן, וגם אולי יגיע לעוד סודנים שנמצאים בארצות אחרות ורוצים לדעת קצת מה קורה עם אחים שלהם. אז תודה על הסבלנות. בקצרה, אנחנו נמצאים כאן באחד הקיבוצים באזור לטרון, שהסכים לארח במועדון החבר ובחדר האוכל את בערך 200 פליטים שנמצאים כאן היום אחרי יומיים של מסע מפרך מאוד שהתחיל אתמול כשהם יצאו, אתמול בבוקר כשהם יצאו מבאר שבע, בעצם, לא מבאר שבע, סליחה, מהמתקן החדש לכיוון באר שבע בהיתר, אבל אז לא חזרו לספירת הראשים הראשונה שהייתה אמורה לקרות, ובעצם החליטו שהם פותחים בשביתה. הם התחילו אותה בבאר שבע ותוך כדי התארגנו והחליטו שהם ממשיכים לצעוד לירושלים. זהו, היום הם צעדו, את הלילה הם עשו בבאר שבע, קפאו מקור בתחנה המרכזית, אנשים טובים הביאו להם סמיכות, שתייה חמה ודברים כדי שהם לא יקפאו. היום בבוקר הם התחילו לצעוד מבאר שבע והם הגיעו עד לאזור בית קמה, משם הם הוקפצו באוטובוס לקיבוץ שהסכים לקלוט אותם כאן והם ישנים כאן היום בלילה. אני בכוונה לא אומר את השם שלו, ביקשו ככה להצניע את זה, ומחר בבוקר הם ימשיכו מכאן לכיוון ירושלים. לא יודע אם יספיקו מחר כבר להגיע לירושלים, תלוי בקצב ההליכה. לא מעט אנשים כאן צולעים, הם הלכו בלי נעליים, אתם יודעים, הם יצאו מהכלא, הם לא התכוננו לצעדה. זהו, המון אנשים טובים פה, פשוט הדמעות כל הזמן ציפות את העיניים ממה שקורה כאן. פשוט אנשים גיבורים שהחליטו לא לשחק את המשחק שמשום מה החליטו להכניס אותם אליו. אני מזכיר שההחלטה האומללה בכנסת שאישרה את הפעלת המתקן החדש הזה, שהוא בעצם כלא לכל דבר, למרות שמשחקים בכאילו וכאילו זה מתקן פתוח, התקבלה ביום זכויות האדם הבינלאומי. זאת אומרת, זה המקום הנמוך שמדינת ישראל הגיעה אליו בעת האחרונה. זהו, אנחנו קצת מנסים לעשות כאן רעיונות, אנשים כאן מדברים בעיקר אנגלית, ערבית וקצת אנגלית. אני גם מנסה טיפה לשמור על כבודם. אני יכול להגיד שהיו פה כל היום תקשורת ובסך הכל הם עושים מעשה פוליטי והם כן לקחו על עצמם גם להצטלם, אז ככה, אבל עוד פעם, נצלם עכשיו אחרי שהם כבר אכלו ואחרי שהם רגועים ולא כשהם הגיעו לכאן והיו ככה במצב של עייפות ומין ככה קצת דחק. טוב, I'm going back to English. Until we're going to find interviews that somebody is trying to help us with getting, I will say that just a week ago we marked the International Human Rights Day, and that very same day the Israeli Knesset, the Israeli Parliament, have passed in the second and third vote the new rule that was needed to activate this new open detention facility, which is actually a jail. I mean, it's a fake. and it was a very sad. How do you call it? Like the meeting of the parliament was most of half of the members of the Knesset from the left side were talking about how horrible it is and how unacceptable it is, and how especially unacceptable it is when it's done in the symbolic day of the 10th of December, the International Day of World Human Rights, and yet after a long night of many speeches, when they had to vote, this was the vote, and this week this detention center was started to work, and in the very first day that people were moved there and could have go out for the day, they just didn't come. I mean, 150 of them decided not to come back. We're trying to get some people to maybe get interviewed. Oren, אתה תסכים להגיד כמה מילים באנגלית אולי? Okay, so we're with Oren Ziv. Oren Ziv is actually a member of also. Oren Ziv is from Active Steels, and maybe some of you remember him from Gezi Park in the summer, and Oren is also part of our collective in Revolution News. Oren, you've been working with them since yesterday. You came for an hour and you stayed for 2 days. What can you maybe tell us about this experience and about how was it? How was it with them?
For sure, it's one of the most impressive actions we have seen of refugees and asylum seekers in Israel, but in general, one of the inspiring actions that was held in the last years. It's the first time that people inside the prison or inside a detention center organize, and actually they don't just run away or do something. They actually organize to show a point. People this morning, when they were discussing what to do, they told us, we don't care if we go back to jail even for unlimited time. We go out to make a message and to try to change this policy, because the people here might get caught tomorrow or the day after and be sent to a normal prison, not to the new detention
because
center.
They violated the conditions of the new...
Exactly. And people here hope to make a political statement, and this is why they chose to march, first from the prison to Be'er Sheva and then from Be'er Sheva to Jerusalem, and not to go to Tel Aviv, although many of them have families and friends there, and in Tel Aviv they could hide easier in the activist houses or with their friends or inside the community, because Tel Aviv is a big city. They choose to come and stand in front of the authorities and try to make a statement.
And I mean, when they march, how was it like? What was the atmosphere? I don't know. I mean, we saw some of your pictures. We actually shared some of your picture in Revolution News. But I mean, what was it? Were they silent? Were they talking? Were they
silent? People obviously were very tired and sick after spending 2 years almost between 1 year and 2 years in the prison, and in the new detention center, which is apparently not ready for the winter. And then walking 50 kilometers to Be'er Sheva yesterday, and today, of course, it was, people without the proper equipment for the winter or proper shoes. But I think people were really motivated to do this march, and we're very happy that a lot of media and alternative media and activists show up and supported them. Even on the way, some local residents stopped and offered them food and water, and I think people were satisfied with the day.
Yeah, and I saw that many of them came here limping after 2 days of walking. Yeah. Okay, thanks, Oren. And did you make a lot of photos? I mean, you're actually. I don't know if they can see it from me. Yeah, they can. Maybe just maybe a fast slideshow. I don't know what you can catch here, but yeah. Thanks, Oren.
Thank you, Avi.
Yeah, you can see some of the pictures, and maybe later on you're going to find some of these pictures in www.activesteels.org. Okay. Okay, thanks, Owen. We're going to try to, to find somebody who's ready to speak with us. Wait.
نفسك معك اعلاميين معك كاميرات انت بكره بتشوف نفسك في التلفزيون انت بتخاطب في شو.
Wait, guys, sorry. I'm trying to find somebody who's willing to. Alan, תגיד, מדבר עברית או אנגלית? אוקיי, אוף, אני מסובך. We have a short. Well, we're facing a focus problem for a second. Just a second. Yeah, now the focus is good again. Oh, sorry. I just need to find somebody who's maybe would be willing to talk to us. في واحد يحكي انجليزي منكم؟ عشان اوكي انا بدي انا ما بعرف كويس عربي بس هذا يعني يروح للانترنت وكثير ناس بدو يعرفوا شو
يقدر يحضروا الحفله.
أيوة. وكمان لما في واحد بدو يحكوا عربي هذا كويس كمان يعني انا مش فاهم كويس بس في ناس في الانترنت يعني يحكوا عربي هذا كمان كويس. طيب
التنظيم
ايوه انا هون. طيب شكرا والناس يحكي انجليز تعرف
في برضه
ولا انا اسمي افي. اهلا انت
اوكي
طيب شكرا we're trying to I spoke some lousy Arabic with one of the heroes here. He's trying to find somebody. I was asking him to help me find somebody who speaks English and also somebody who speaks Arabic. Would give you this service, and maybe some of you, I guess some of you speaks Arabic, and then you know, you will understand. So many good people are here to just assist, really, and not for the credit, not for anything, just with tears in their eyes. Just because it's such an amazing human, the human spirit is here winning every struggle. And this is so beautiful to be just, humble part of it. If you want to read more about this story, you can also get into a very good Israeli alternative left side, left wing site that is called Plus 972, which is actually the area code of Israel, but that's the name. Anyway, if you do www.plus972.org, I think it's org and not org.il, you're going to find a very good article and also some very good pictures of Oren Ziv and Yotam Ronen. Both of them are photographers from the Active Stills Collective that is also collaborating with Plus 972. And of course, Oren is also a part of our collective of revolutionaries. So we're still waiting for some people that could be ready to make a short interview. Thanks for being patient and thanks for being with us. I hope you are both excited from seeing this and getting closer to this story, this heroic, amazing story here. We'll try. As you see, people are getting ready to night rest, night sleep. Quite exhausted from all this. Many journalists from Israel and from abroad, many from abroad, have been escorting them today through the marching. Well, we're trying to. I'm tired. I guess that if I was escorting them during the marching day, they were more open, and willing to speak. Now they're all tired, but we'll try, and if we get somebody, then we get. And we'll try. We'll try to join maybe wait, we're sick.
Where's Mubarak? Mubarak is not good. I'm going to check for you. Where's Mubarak?
בקריאת הממשלה, בקריאת הממשלה יש אישור של הממשלה. בקלמון משרד ראש הממשלה.
אני לא מכיר.
הוא רוצה לישון.
הוא מדבר אנגלית והוא לא, הבנתי. הוא לא יכול. אבל אם הוא 2 דקות, אבל נראה שהיא מדברת איתו עכשיו על להתראיין ל-BBC או משהו כזה. לא יודע, ננסה. גם ערבית זה בסדר, כאילו...
לא, מדבר אנגלית.
שפחות חלק מהם, אוקיי. We're trying to find somebody who speaks English. A few more minutes, please.
נושאים כן, זה דווקא לא.
באמת? People are so exhausted here. There's one guy here who speaks English, but he's so tired and he wants to sleep, and now they're trying to convince him to give an interview to the BBC because it's important and many people watch it, and it's for their interest, but it's not easy, and we can understand it. I don't want to push, As you see, many people are here photographing, and it seems that he's convinced, or I'm not sure. Maybe we'll try to join this interview. Yeah, I think they're doing this interview on the phone, and maybe we'll just join them and listen to this interview. Yeah, we'll see. We're gonna stay there, and then we'll try to catch them for a few words, and then we'll sum it up for today. And we'll see. Maybe we'll join the march tomorrow. I hope I can make it. Thanks for joining us, guys, folks. My name is Avi. I'm part of Revolution News Collective. I'm covering Israel, Palestine, and some Turkey. Let me say a few words in Hebrew for the Hebrew speakers. אנחנו כאן בקיבוץ, באזור לטרון, בכוונה לא אומרים את שמו בינתיים. נשים לראיין כאן מישהו שמדבר אנגלית גם, אולי נצליח, ואני אנחנו תכף נתקפל מפה. מחר אמור להיות, אם הכל ילך בסדר, יום צעדה לכיוון ירושלים, לכיוון משרד ראש הממשלה. יש אפילו אישור להפגנה, זאת אישור של המשטרה. יכול להיות שאם יש אישור זה גם אומר שלא יעצרו אותם, למרות שאי אפשר לדעת, אתם יודעים, יכולה להיות קומבינה, המשטרה מאשרת, רשות ההגירה עוצרת, או לך תדעו. זהו, אנחנו רגע ננסה פה להצטרף לרעיון קצר, ואז נעזוב. בואו ננסה רגע. מובארק? Mubarak? Hi, my name is Avi. I want to ask you something. I know you are so tired from the day, but just a short. I mean, you know, people are watching us on the internet now from many countries in the world, and just maybe say something. I'm sorry. I mean, I know you're tired, but will you be ready to maybe say a few words? It will be okay? Thank you, thank you. We are with Mubarak from Sudan, right?
Yes, Mubarak from Sudan.
And what, you're preparing him to another interview, I guess?
Yes.
Yeah, I just wanted to tell you, the BBC is supposed to call my cell phone, and then I'll call you. Hopefully it will be soon, and then you can go to sleep.
Okay, cool. So Mubarak, we're doing it live, but it's on the internet. It's not millions of viewers, okay?
Yes.
Just few, I don't know, dozens. You want to tell us something about, first, maybe how long were you jailed in
Yes, we were being here for 2 years.
Okay.
For 2 years in a prison.
Okay.
So we didn't get any chance in order to be out. And the Ministry of Interior, they released us. But I'm so sorry, but the immigration did not allow us to be outside. I don't know why. And they put us in the prison. And they know that we are suffering. We have come from Darfur, the place of conflict, the place of war, the place of violence. So we came here in order to find just a protection, stability, and to find just to live as a human being. But unfortunately, when we reached Israel here, they put us in a jail. So that is not okay at all. So
and in the jail, I understood that they were also putting pressure on you to sign, not on you specifically, but I'm talking about the people, that they cannot send you back if you don't want to, but they like put pressure on people to be ready to be sent to another country,
yes,
to a third country.
Yes, so now they send us to a new jail. They call it open detention.
That's right.
But we really refused. That is not open detention.
Yeah.
So you used to sign 3 times in a day, at 6 o'clock in the morning, at 12 o'clock afternoon, and then at 10 o'clock at night. So we didn't get any freedom.
That's right, and it's located in the middle of the desert, so it's not that.
Yes, the middle of the desert, and so it's just, you know, the weather is too cold. And nothing's there, so we shouldn't be there. We are human beings. We're supposed to just, you know, be inside the town. You shouldn't just, you know, distinguish us from the community.
Why do you think they do this?
I don't know why, but I think this is kind of discriminations. Why? I don't know why, because we are black or what. I don't know.
And Mubarak, how did it happen? Like you just sat in the jail and you knew that in the day after you're going to go out for, it will be the first time that you can go out for a few hours, and you decided as a group that you're not coming back?
Yes. We just, you know, said we already know that the Minister of Interior decided that to release us.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, the immigration put us there. So because of that, we just, you know, stay in a group and we just go out.
So you went out to Be'er Sheva,
yes,
and then you decided not to return.
Yes. So since we just, you know, go out from that place called open detention, from that prison, so we walk on foot just until just, you know, for 8 hours, until many of us just, you know, fell down. So they suffer more until we have now three of us in hospital in Be'er Sheva.
Wow. Yeah, and many people came here limping, you know, their legs are kind of...
Yes. Now many people that suffer. Me, myself, now I'm tired, you see. That is, I don't know why. So, and tomorrow morning, inshallah, just, you know, we are going to complete our, just, you know,
journey.
Yes, our journey until to reach there, to Jerusalem, to High Court.
To the higher court.
Yes, to improve that, just, you know, to High Court, release us. But unfortunately, the immigration put us So we
Yeah.
need just our freedom.
I think not all of our audience are familiar with this decision of the Supreme Court. What was it? About a month ago, they decided that it's illegal to leave people without trial for such a long time, or even to any kind of time in a prison, right? And that was the decision of the Supreme Court. But what you are saying, which is actually right, is that the immigration is not implementing it. I mean, you were still in a jail. They were playing games, right? I mean,
yes, I think it's kind of playing games.
Yeah.
I don't know why. The immigration just put us there.
Yeah.
And we don't want to be there in the desert.
Yeah. And how was the feeling today and yesterday of marching? I mean, how did you feel? What was in your heart? If you can maybe share it with us.
Just, really, I feel miserable. I feel tired. Even sometimes I feel nervous because I'm here. I came here in order to find protection.
Yeah.
Yes, and just they deal with me like animals.
Yeah.
It's not legally. So.
But when you decided to march and you started to march, I mean, what was the feeling? That you felt fear? I mean, you're afraid that the immigration will come and take you. You feel happy.
Yes.
You feel
no,
what?
No. Just all of us we feel just fear because we are afraid, and maybe just if there is no any kind of media or something that or an organization with that, I'm sure that just the immigration will catch us and put handcuffs and let us to get back there. So we wish just to solve our problem as soon as possible.
Do you have a message maybe to address to the people who watch us, activists from all over the world, people that care for human beings, for human rights? I mean, you have something you want to maybe say to the people who watch us now?
Yes, I think that. So I just first of all I thank all of you as thanks all of you as from the media sides and just other organization. You really help us and you support us in our just really sorry. But you see, now I'm really tired.
Yeah,
I can't talk.
You're so exhausted, man.
I'm so exhausted. I really am confused. I'm confused.
That's okay, man.
Yes, thank you so much.
Mubarak, thank you very much, and I really appreciate this interview because I know you are so tired. Thank you very much, man. And good luck. Thanks. Okay. Wow, that was exciting, and sorry we made him feel, too exhausted. Okay. Okay. New 2 buses of Sudanese and Eritreans are arriving now. This is what I've been told. I hope you are still with us, and I hope you will be able to watch because we are outside, and I don't have a flash in my camcorder. Anyway, I'm happy that we felt. You see, people are getting new shoes here because some of them walked without proper shoes, and. It's a little bit dark here. Blankets. Hey Ronnie. Hey Ronnie, מה נשמע? People are coming. People are dropping all the time here. Although we don't publish where is it exactly, people find way, inner communication between activists, and then they are just coming and bringing stuff, food, shoes, blankets, whatever. As you see, there is also an inner space here. It's the dining room of this village, this kibbutz, and we are about to. I got into the kitchen. Anyway, they're supposed to sleep also there. We'll. I think we'll sum this up, and if something happened, and the new buses are about to come, then we're gonna be on air again. Thanks for watching us, and I hope for good news. Let's hope that tomorrow they will continue their march without being arrested and without any problems. אוקיי. אני רוצה, כן, למרות שקצת חשוך לי שם, אבל טוב, ננסה.
אז שנייה, אני אבדוק איתם איפה הם בדיוק, הם נכנסו לך.
Okay. Yeah. So we'll sum it up now, and maximum in a few minutes we're gonna go back again to stream. Thanks, guys, and folks, everybody, for watching us. Bye bye.
ומה קורה עם הערר של התביעה?